Imagine a war where no soldier sets foot on the battlefield, no pilot flies overhead, no commander gives the final order to strike. Instead, lines of code calculate targets. Autonomous drones decide who lives and who dies. AI models make split-second choices that shape the course of entire conflicts. This isn't science fiction. This is the world in 2025. Right now, as you watch this, militaries around the world are using artificial intelligence not just as a tool, but as a weapon. And it's changing everything. Wars are no longer just fought with bullets or bombs. They're fought with data, algorithms, and autonomous machines. And for many, the most terrifying part isn't what these machines can do. It's that they no longer need us to do it. In the last 12 months, over 24 countries have publicly confirmed the deployment of AI-driven systems in their military operations. From decision-making to logistics, surveillance to target acquisition, artificial intelligence is now embedded deep into the heart of modern warfare. And it's not just the big players like the US and China. Smaller nations, even non-state actors, are gaining access to off-the-shelf AI tools that can be weaponized. This shift isn't just technological, it's strategic, it's psychological, it's ethical, and it's global. The most chilling part? This transformation didn't happen overnight. It happened quietly, incrementally, and without much public debate. It started with software designed to assist intelligence analysts. AI that could sift through hours of drone footage to spot patterns. Then it advanced into battlefield logistics AI that could optimize supply chains, anticipate equipment failures, and streamline mission planning. Then came the AI that could suggest optimal tactics in real time. And finally, the systems that can select, track, and eliminate targets entirely on their own. One of the first public signs of this shift was Project Maven, a U.S. Department of Defense initiative that began with the goal of using AI to analyze surveillance footage. Initially it was just about detection, spotting vehicles, identifying weapons, but by 2023, Project Maven had evolved. AI models were predicting insurgent behavior, suggesting strike targets, and even flagging individuals as potential threats based on movement, heat signatures, and behavioral patterns. By 2024, parts of this system had become fully autonomous. Meanwhile, China developed its own program, one that combined AI, facial recognition, geolocation, and drone surveillance. Their drones can now independently track individuals across cities, detect unsanctioned gatherings, and even deploy tear gas or other non-lethal measures without human oversight. In disputed border regions, Chinese AI systems monitor troop movement, predict enemy maneuvers, and provide real-time tactical feedback to commanders, or, in some cases, directly to automated weapon platforms. Russia, too, has been investing in AI-controlled missile systems. These weapons can alter their trajectory mid-flight based on new data, choosing different targets without requiring further instruction. Israeli defense firms have developed loitering munitions, drones that hover over an area, wait for a target to appear, and strike instantly when the AI algorithm determines it's justified. These drones are sometimes called suicide drones or kamikaze drones. In 2025, they've already been used in at least 7 confirmed conflicts. In April of this year, an autonomous drone launched by a Middle Eastern nation made global headlines after executing a strike without receiving any final command from human operators. Investigations revealed that the AI had been authorized to make decisions within a certain set of parameters. It received sensor data, analyzed the situation, selected the target, and launched the strike, all without human review. It was, according to defense experts, the first officially confirmed autonomous kill in history, a decision to end a human life made entirely by a machine. The implications are staggering. In traditional warfare, there's a chain of command, accountability, oversight. But with autonomous systems, that chain breaks. Who's responsible when something goes wrong? The commander who approved the software? The coder who wrote the algorithm? The machine that made the decision? These questions are now at the center of international debates about the ethics of AI warfare. And yet, the military justification is powerful. AI reduces human casualties on the operator's side. It can process data faster than any human analyst. It doesn't get tired, doesn't panic, doesn't freeze up in the face of chaos. It can detect patterns humans might miss, vehicles in camouflage, movement at night, heat signatures in dense terrain. It can coordinate multiple units simultaneously, something no single commander could do. AI, in theory, makes war more efficient, more precise, less wasteful. But theory often breaks in the real world. In Africa, a leaked UN report described an incident where an AI-powered surveillance system misidentified a wedding gathering as a militant meeting. The drone hovered, confirmed heat signatures and movement patterns, and greenlit a strike. Dozens of civilians were killed. The military later admitted the system was operating autonomously. The AI got it wrong, but no one could explain why. The algorithm was a black box, too complex for even its creators to fully understand. In Ukraine, AI battlefield assistants have become a core part of strategy. These digital systems offer real-time analysis to soldiers on the ground, helping them decide where to move, when to engage, and what risks to take. Reports suggest that these systems have reduced casualties, but critics argue they're creating a dependency, soldiers relying more on software than on their own instincts or commanders. In one confirmed case, a Ukrainian squad followed an AI-suggested route through a ruined village. The path appeared clear, thermal imaging showed no signs of enemy presence. But what the AI missed was a heat-concealed trap, a tripwire bomb hidden with thermal blankets. 2 soldiers died. The rest retreated, shaken. The software wasn't at fault, technically. It simply didn't have that kind of data. But to the survivors, the machine had made a fatal error. These incidents highlight a terrifying truth. AI doesn't understand context. It doesn't feel fear or doubt. It doesn't stop to ask, what if I'm wrong? It simply calculates, predicts, and acts, and in war, that's not always enough. Beyond the battlefield, AI is being weaponized in more subtle, but equally dangerous ways. Militaries now deploy AI-generated deepfakes to confuse and demoralize enemy forces. Fake video footage of enemy leaders making surrender announcements or engaging in illegal acts have surfaced in war zones. AI-driven bots flood social media with targeted propaganda. Disinformation campaigns powered by language models like those used for customer service and content creation are now being trained to manipulate soldiers, citizens, and even journalists. In cyber warfare, AI is used to predict network vulnerabilities, simulate attacks, and execute breaches in milliseconds. Automated systems can identify targets within infrastructure, power grids, water systems, satellite relays, and plan multi-stage attacks that unfold in silence until it's too late. Some defense experts call it invisible warfare, battles won before the first bullet is fired. And this goes deeper. In 2025, some military think tanks are using generative AI to simulate entire conflicts, to forecast the outcomes of invasions, drone wars, naval blockades, and even nuclear standoffs. These simulations are fed into real decision-making processes. Governments are now asking, what does the model predict? Before they ask generals, diplomats, or intelligence officers. The ethical implications are enormous. What happens when a simulation predicts that striking first increases the chance of victory? Will governments trust AI more than human instinct? Could a war begin not because a leader wanted it, but because an algorithm recommended it? As AI continues to evolve, it's also democratizing warfare. Cheap, open-source AI systems can now be used by rebel groups, rogue states, or even terrorists. With a basic drone, a smartphone, and open-source AI software, non-state actors can plan targeted attacks with horrifying precision. In 2025, a political assassination carried out by a low-cost AI drone stunned security agencies. The drone had facial recognition capabilities, a thermal sensor, and was guided to the target with no human pilot. It cost less than a mid-range smartphone. Governments around the world are now rushing to regulate this new battlefield. The United Nations has proposed bans on fully autonomous weapons. Several nations have signed declarations promising to maintain meaningful human control over lethal systems. But enforcement is weak. And for many nations, the strategic advantage of AI is too great to ignore. The arms race is no longer about missiles or tanks, it's about code. Whoever writes the smartest code could win the next war. Some nations are even testing AI commanders, software that simulates battlefield decision-making at a strategic level. These systems study historical conflicts, current data, and real-time inputs to generate tactical orders. In simulations, AI commanders have outperformed human officers. They respond faster, they adapt instantly, they never get emotionally compromised, but they also lack empathy. They see war as a math problem, and that's the danger. As AI becomes more central to war, many fear a future where human lives are reduced to probabilities only, where decisions are made by black box algorithms no one fully understands, where a machine's confidence score is all that stands between peace and annihilation. But despite the fear, the development continues, because the reality is AI. It makes militaries more efficient, more capable, and more deadly. And no nation wants to be the one left behind. The question now isn't whether we can stop AI in war, it's whether we can control it, whether we can draw lines that machines won't cross, whether we can design systems with ethics, accountability, and restraint baked in, whether we can remain human in a world increasingly run by machines. So where does that leave us? In 2025, the battlefield is no longer a distant desert or jungle. It's the cloud. It's the circuit board. It's the circuit board. It's the camera in the sky, the code in the missile, the whisper in your feed, and the war is already happening, not just in explosions, but in silence, in data, in decisions, in digital shadows we don't even see. If this video gave you a glimpse into the hidden world of AI warfare, hit the like button. Share it with someone who still thinks wars are only fought with guns and boots. And subscribe for more deep dives into artificial intelligence, technology, and the future of global conflict. Let us know in the comments, should AI be allowed to decide who lives or dies in war? Or have we already crossed a line we can never uncross? This is the age of algorithmic warfare, and it's only the beginning.